So there's a woman that was charged with concealing marijuana in her bra. This is the News Enterprise, the Hardin, February 10th, 2015, Tuesday, Hardin County. A Rhineyville woman arrested on alcohol intoxication and disorderly conduct charges at a Rhineyville home early Monday morning had more serious problems when she was booked into the Hardin County Detention Center. Just with that sentence so far, just with this entire article. Who wrote this article? Who wrote this article? There is no person's name. It says the News Enterprise. So the whole paper wrote this, and they'll vouch and back whatever. What this is a. They had to have got the report straight out of the police officer, so they got police officer friends, and the police officers who were there who attacked a nonviolent person, a nonviolent criminal, you know, a victimless crime. She didn't, disorderly conduct and alcohol intoxication. Disorderly conduct and alcohol intoxication. Those are bullshit charges. Those are bullshit charges. Alcohol intoxication, you're allowed to go to a bar and you're allowed to drink. So I don't even know how you could be charged with alcohol intoxication. She's 21 years old. And disorderly conduct. That's like the lamest, stupidest, cops just don't even like sometimes when you look at them wrong or talk with the, wrong tone. That one woman got shot because she was talking about, talk to the officer with the wrong tone. I mean, are you kidding me? This is ridiculous. So, a Rhineyville woman here, I was able to find it online. I'm reading it off the paper. I got the local paper here. And I was just, under a Young administration, because Young and Jack Conway are running against each other. And so Democrats have a stark choice. They got a clear choice between two different candidates. It's a coin toss. It's a 50-50 race. And so when Kentuckians flip the coin, who are they going to go with? I think within the last week, they'll start to really pay attention and hopefully weigh out the issues, weigh out the candidates on the issues. If it doesn't turn into just a big mudslinging fest, which I don't want, but I wonder if that's an inevitable part of Kentucky politics, right? The politics is damnedest here. So you have the woman. Okay, this is under a Young administration. This wouldn't be a crime. Okay, none of this. Okay, then after she gets booked into the Hardin County Detention Center, Kaleigh Ray, 21. I hate even saying her name, but they printed her name. They got a picture. They got the entire night, captured here for all eternity. And it says of the 1800 block Rhineyville Big Spring Road, she had a bag of suspected marijuana inside her bra. Now, I don't understand what the story is. That she hid marijuana in her bra. Is that the story? Because, she's drunk, having a good time. Why wouldn't she have marijuana in her bra? Under a Young administration, if Jeff Young was governor, then marijuana wouldn't be illegal. And the cops wouldn't get to be willy-nilly, 100% jerks all the time. Instead of actually escalating problems, they would de-escalate problems. If they came across somebody who was drunk at a bar, I've heard of bar fights and then everybody just goes home. Nobody goes to jail. I've heard cops actually driving drunk people to their homes because they care about the person, the individual, instead of trying to just smash, people just to, I guess, raise your stats or something. So Ray was arrested second degree disorderly conduct. Second degree, so it's not first degree disorderly. It's like the second level of one of the smallest charges a person could be put on them, which both misdemeanors. And then because they found the bag of marijuana in her bra, they said that she is facing a felony charge of promoting contraband. A Class D felony, punishable up to 5 years in prison. A Class D felony, 5 years in prison, over some dumb bullshit. A drunk woman said something stupid to a cop and now she's got a felony charge? This is backwards. This is upside down. This is Kentucky on many. What is good about Kentucky can fix about what is bad about Kentucky. But on many fronts, cancer, pollution, toothlessness. On many fronts, Kentucky has lots of issues, lots of problems that we need to be solving, lots of commissions in every indicator that's low. But anyways, this is a backwards scenario. We need to. It's like Bizarre World almost. It's almost like Bizarre World, right? It's so topsy turvy. So you have this young woman, young 21-year-old white woman, who is now facing a Class D felony. But who is the real criminal? Who is the real criminal in this case? You have one person minding their own business. Somebody else comes up to them. You know, let's say I'm at a bar. I'm drinking my beer. That's alcohol intoxication. Are you allowed to drink at a bar? I mean, and don't everybody at a bar have to get home somehow? So anyways, I'm at a bar legally drinking my 1 beer per hour limit. And I drank my beer and somebody comes out, slaps the beer out of my hand, beats the crap out of me, throws me on the ground, locks my arms up, humiliating me, throwing me into the back of their car, taking my prints, taking my pictures, and throwing me in a pen like an animal. Falsely imprisoning, falsely, maliciously prosecuting them, and assaulting them. One assault could ruin somebody's entire life and career. And yet that's characteristic and typical of the criminal justice system. If black lives truly matter, if white and black lives truly matter, we would cut down on the brutality and we would stop the war on drugs. Every alternative has succeeded, and everywhere that the war on drugs, Nixon's racist war on drugs, has been implemented, has been an incredible disaster. It's been total, nothing has changed. It has not worked. You've attacked the drugs, war on drugs, like war on coal, war on women. At least war on women, there's, an animate object. But war on coal, how do you declare war on Iraq? I mean, you could declare war in Iraq, but not on Iraq. War on coal, war on drugs. We have drug stores. So clearly, society says some drugs are good. And here's a big store for you to buy the good drugs. Alcohol's way worse than marijuana. So the criminal in this case are the fucking police. It's the fucking Hardin County Sheriff's Office responded to a domestic dispute. So she approached the officers but would not comply with the request to not talk. Guess what? You got freedom of speech. Hey, don't talk. Right? They're basically in their mind, hey, woman, hey, female, you are less than and inferior to me. Shut your mouth. Don't talk. Failing to follow simple commands to prevent getting arrested. Those are not crimes. Those are not crimes. They changed those into alcohol intoxication, disorderly conduct, domestic dispute. So there's something else going on, right? Either her or him. Someone has to get escorted, right? Someone's got to go. Anytime there's a domestic dispute, someone's got to go. And because she didn't comply, she didn't obey their commands. Don't talk. Hey, shut your mouth. You keep your mouth shut if you know what was good for you. I'm talking here. Hey, I'm talking. I'm walking here. What's the problem? I'm talking. I ain't allowed to talk. This ain't a free country. What's the matter? What's the matter? The police, who are unnamed, just like the author of this article, are the criminals. They're the ones who beat the crap out of somebody who didn't deserve it, who was humiliated, who was thrown into a vehicle, and now she's faced with a fucking felony. Fuck you. This is a prison plantation, and we need to learn how to treat people better. We need to learn how to treat each other better. We need to be nicer to each other. This is ridiculous. Violence and caging people up like animals is the last resort. The death penalty, the last resort. If the criminal justice system actually sorted through cases, determined if, the guilty got their just punishments and the innocent were let go, people would trust the judicial system. But because the war on drugs makes the media, the judges, the lawyers. There's an entire industry. There's an entire anti-war. There's a drug industry, legal and illegal, and a war on the drug industry, legal and illegal. What are we doing here? Why don't we have a simple, a consistent policy? Either, get alcohol and cigarettes and sugar and greasy foods and scissors. Get them all off the market. Make sure you legislate anything that could be a threat or a danger to anybody else. Or legalize it all. Moderate it. Regulate it. Put it in a red light district. Make sure there's police presence all the time. Just like alcohol. Just like cigarettes. Just like the pharmacy. If I'm minding my own business, drinking my Bud Light, and I ain't talking, I ain't bothering nobody, I'm just sitting there watching TV, and you come up and beat the shit out of me, I'm not the criminal. I'm not the bad guy. You're the bad guy. You're the criminal. You're the asshole. You're the piece of shit. You're the one that should be locked up, going around assaulting people for drinking up beer. For having marijuana. Get out of here. Get out of here. This is Kentucky. It's the #1 cash crop. We're moonshiners. We've been moonshining the whole time. I want to go through all the sort of House bills. I'm going to do my top 10 list. I haven't read all the House bills, but maybe there's enough information out there that I could do a top 10 list. Actually, I'm really excited about doing this top 10 list. These are the bills that Jonathan Masters is in favor of. The Disabilities Forum, they was promoting a particular bill. And there's a teacher pension bond bill up. There's minimum wage is up. A bunch of dumb stuff too. A bunch of just, maybe I should, the top 10 best laws and then the top worst. Top 10 worst laws. We got serious issues here in Kentucky, so don't be passing don't spit on the sidewalk. In Newport, you're not allowed to spit on the sidewalk. You're a criminal if you spit on the sidewalk in Newport. You got private pocket tyrannies. We need a constitutional convention. The judicial system, it's a racket. It's one big racket. All you're doing is accepting the authority, brutality, and the drug dealers are making tons of money. And sometimes the authorities are the drug dealers. Perfect little racket. Sometimes they'll have one little snitch out there, and then the rest, they out the rest. Only one person can sell in a given area if you pay the right people, if you grease enough palms, and that one person can be the dealer as long as they rat everybody else out. So that's and many times with the police officers, in terms of mental health, domestic violence, alcohol, intoxic DUIs, they have a higher rate than the general population. So you want to talk about people who are violent and on drugs and mentally insane? It's the people that go around assaulting people day in and day out. You're supposed to de-escalate situation. Think Andy Griffith. Think Mayberry. There isn't gangbangers popping off every single place. This isn't the Middle East. This isn't Haiti. This is the United States of America. We've had a nice, actually, I would say, Pax Americana. There's blips in the road, but for the most part, things are peaceful. People are peaceful, and so police are there for whenever things kind of just snap and get out of control. And that's when they're necessary, and it's a dangerous job. And we should enforce the law. We should live by the rule of law. We should have a democracy. So I'm gonna work on that. Actually, the top 10. And the bottom 10 coming up.